Talk a little Maryland football and hoops. Joining us now from TerrapinTimes.com. He's on the Window Nation guest hotline. So welcome back to the show, Dave Lomonico. Dave, how you feeling?
I'm doing well, Bob. How are you, buddy?
I can't complain, man. I think a COVID test is coming my way, though. I can't stop coughing here. We are on camera, and they're seeing me do it. But either way, before the Maryland game against Michigan basketball Saturday, Malik Washington announced that he was coming back to the University of Maryland. Was there ever any chance, however slim it may have been, Dave, that he would have been leaving Maryland?
Only if Mike Locksley wasn't here. As long as Locksley was here, that was a foregone conclusion. That was the guy that brought him in, and as soon as it was announced that he was coming back, it was pretty much assured that Washington would be back as well. So there's really not too much. And when he said it, that was just, it really wasn't a huge deal. We pretty much already knew that.
Now, on defensively, Stewart, Mathis, etc. I know Stewart's dad, talking about, negotiating to stick around as a part of the game show, The Price is Right, because Mathis and Stewart were both considered among the top freshman rush guys in the collegiate landscape this year. Any hubbub or update on what their status might be here?
Right. Sidney, his father came out and said some things like, basically implied that he's coming back as long as the money is right, that kind of thing. So I think that they're probably going to get that worked out. It sounds like Stewart is back. Mathis, we think is going to be back. He's been a little bit more mum. Nothing would surprise me in this day and age of NIL, and I know that some teams have contacted him. We know that he likes it here. We know that he likes Locksley and the guys on the team. I'm thinking that they're probably going to be able to find it out because they like that idea of having, those three edge rushers with Stewart, Mathis, and Ely. That would give you a great trio, two of them playing end and one outside linebacker. I think Mathis likes that idea as well. But we'll see what happens. You never know in this day and age if a blue blood comes sniffing and offers him a lot.
Now, getting back, Dave, to quarterback with Malik staying, which is good news, of course. Does that mean we're going to see attrition at the quarterback position in regards to people portaling out here?
Yeah, we already did while you were on the air. Christian Martin already announced that he's entering the transfer portal, as we expected. That was a foregone conclusion. He basically. And then his brief time on the field during the season that he should be a starter somewhere. Probably should have been the starter this year, but, politics and things. So Malik was the starter. Christian Malik was here, so he's out. And, Justin Martin might be next. And then, we'll see. They'll probably bring in another guy to back up Malik. And then you got the freshman from Ohio, Nate Barnhart coming in. He'll be there too. And, they'll just rebuild that room. So I don't expect Justin Martin to be around either. So it's Malik and then a bunch of new guys.
Dave Lomonico, TerrapinTimes.com. Bob Haney, Nolan McGraw. Vinny's off today. Vinny and Haney, 105.7 The Fan. All right, let's get to Buzz Williams and his crew. We saw Pharrell Payne go down on Saturday, ankle, knee, who knows. It was a lower extremity. We had Buzz on yesterday, and as you know, Dave doesn't like talking about injuries very much, if at all. But what does your stethoscope say in regards to Payne? Will we see him against Virginia? And I guess Maryland fans, the way he went down against the Wolverines, will we see him at all for the rest of this campaign?
I think so. Yeah. It's not a huge deal. I don't think from what we've been able to gather. Had the nice ice on the knee and everything, but we've heard that it's not a major thing. It certainly, I guess the hip dip wasn't as bad as we thought either because he only missed one game. What we've heard is that he might only. Trying to think whether he's going to play. It's too early in the week to tell. I don't think he's practicing yet. My guess is that he's not going to play against Virginia, but probably will be ready for Big Ten. Maybe they'll hold him out of the American game too, which is the last non-conference game. But should be ready for Big Ten play as far as we know. We'll see about Virginia. It's still a couple days away. I know that he's not practicing yet. We'll see what happens the rest of this week, though, because that game's not until Saturday.
Dave, as you know, Buzz, because of injuries, he hasn't been able to get the squad together on a consistent basis at all. And we saw two guys down, Delpino and Watts on Saturday. So that being said, a lot of turnovers, and in particular, when they turn the ball over, the other teams make them pay. We saw Michigan do it. We saw Iowa do it a couple of nights ago, or a couple of weeks ago. How surprised are you that they've been as careless with the ball as they've been, and that they're not really doing a good job of trying to, prevent those mistakes from becoming detrimental to the scoreboard here?
You do have to give some. I mean, they're playing some pretty elite defenses too, so you do have to give some credit to them, Michigan and stuff. But yeah, Miles Rice was not known as a ball handler at Indiana. I was honestly a little bit surprised that they went after him and considered him a lead guard. I wasn't that impressed with him when he was at Indiana. So the fact that they tried to make him the primary ball handler ahead of Hoyt this year was a little perplexing to me. He sort of is the same player. He can get hot at times, as we saw, hit from three, but isn't really the guy that you want running the show. So that doesn't surprise me that he's turning the ball over some. Pharrell Payne, the problem is he's getting double teamed, sometimes triple teamed, and it's hard for her in times. He just just gives the ball up, that's an issue. But he's got to work on that. Buzz has been trying to get him to work on that with his hands and things like that. But there's only so much that you can really do there when you're getting double and triple teams. Sometimes you're just going to give the ball up. So that's an issue too with Pharrell Payne. The other guys, Darius Adams is a freshman. He throws some lazy passes once in a while. It's going to happen. It's just stuff that they got to work on. I don't know if it's really a surprise or not. It just is what it is.
All right, last thing for you, Dave Lomonico, TerrapinTimes.com. Darius Adams, 5-star recruit, getting him to flip from UConn, a big accomplishment for Buzz Williams. And he hasn't played poorly as a freshman, but was he supposed to be a better shooter coming out of the high school ranks? Because a lot of clanging early on in his career from deep, 24% from beyond the arc.
Right. I think that'll get there. He works too hard and he's too good of a player. I think that that'll start to fall eventually. I'm going to give it up to him as being a freshman. He wasn't at the level of like a Derek Queen was coming out of high school, where he's just ready to physically dominate right away. But we'll see what happens. With that, I think that just him getting more shots up in the gym and just practice reps and things, that I think that he'll eventually get there. But, we'll see. You never know.
Dave Lomonico, TerrapinTimes.com. Dave, always appreciate the time. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you and your family. And we'll talk to you after the New Year's. Hopefully Maryland's starting to percolate a little bit, get themselves back into some bubble talk when it's all said and done.
Right. All right. Merry Christmas, Bob. Have a good one, buddy.
You take it easy, man.